How'd y'all like the show so far? Is it good? Yeah, I'm really loving it too. I wanted to take an opportunity to tell you guys all a little bit about what it's like to be in the group or the organization of TCDance. You know, it's unfortunate, all you get to see is the great performances we do, and we're really happy doing all of that. But, you know, to understand a little bit about the group, I think always adds a little value to any performance. So, 5 years ago is when we started, and at that time we only had a handful of girls, which really limited what we could do. You know, no matter how good you are, if you only have 4 or 5 people, you can't do really big numbers. But since that time, we've done a good job at our shows, we've done recruiting, you know, we put our name out there, and we've really increased the number of people in our traditional Chinese dance group, and we're really proud about that. That really allows us to do some big numbers like you're going to see in the next couple of pieces. And it allows us to have the diversity to do a piece like Mulan, which you'll see later tonight. Not all the people who come in, not all the girls and guys, for that matter, who come into TCDance have a lot of experience. Some of them do. Some of them do have a longer experience in you know, traditional Chinese dance growing up. They were really lucky to get that. Some of them did classical ballet. Some of them did hip-hop for a bunch of years. Some of them even did like high school cheerleading or high school dance. But there's a lot of us who had no experience coming in. And I'm just like that group. I really had no experience before being in there. But I joined, and I think the one thing that I brought that no one else could bring was the ability to jump higher than they could. You know, I can do it all. I can lie down on the floor and be asleep, or I can jump high. There's no in between. There's no artistic character to anything. Last year, I was really excited that I actually got to perform, despite there being no specific guy parts. Or guy performances, I should say. Guy parts sounds different. There were guy parts, but anyway. So last year I was part of the Iron Fan dance, which was listed as Rumble in the Park. And that one, you might remember it if I do something like this, right? You guys remember this dance last year where we would dance around and I might pose this side like that, or up like this. None of those things I could do before, right? And then I had to do so much work. I had to do all that, and then I had to jump, right? So I had to do something like that. And that was like beyond amazing for me. I was so excited to do all that. But you know, it disappoints me that I can't be part of it here anymore, but I see a lot of guys and a lot of dudes out in the audience. And we don't have any dudes right now as part of the group. And you guys are here for one reason or another. You're interested in something. Because it's Saturday night, and you are watching a bunch of girls dance on stage. So, what I encourage you to do is, if there's anything that you find interesting about TCDance, you know, I played music growing up, I played violin, I really, really loved the music that was here, and I wanted to learn more about that. I wanted to be involved in the musical part, and I wanted to get a little bit of the dance experience too. If you are interested in the dance part, if you're interested in the choreography part, if you're interested in the costumes, you know, any of that kind of stuff, or if you're just interested to see what it's like to be part of the team, come to the tryouts next year and just, you know, see if you make some friends on the team and enjoy it too. We can always, obviously, use more girls too. Don't want to leave you out. Obviously, you're the most important part of the dance team. Everyone except me is a girl. And so there's something in it for everybody. And one of the really, really neat things that we started offering this year is we were so lucky to have a teacher from Beijing, a professional dancer from Beijing, who's helping us, you know, once a week learn the basics, you know, the breathing, all the things that go into really being a much better traditional Chinese dance team. That's enough about the history, I guess. So let me introduce the next couple of pieces that are going to come on. The following piece is a trio by our former captain, Emily Shum, and the 2 current co-captains, Eileen Ng and Ariana Ma. The name of the next dance is called The Grass in the Water. The thing that I find most interesting about the next piece is it's really a combination. It's got the coolest accessory in Chinese dance that I think is out there. It's not just a fan. This is just a fan, right? You can't do a lot. I mean, you can throw it around or something, catch it, whatever. And you saw the ribbon that's in the first dance where they swung that around. 2 different things. This is like a spork. It's got everything you could ever want. So I encourage you to really pay attention to how the fan and the tail that's on that fan really interact to make it so much of a difference versus either one alone. And then to wrap up the end of the first half of our concert tonight, we've got the Dunhuang Dream. In years past, this has always been a fan favorite, and we've got a lot of girls doing it tonight, so it looks especially good. Now, Dunhuang Dream is from the northern province in the northwest of China. It's another one of those minority performances. They're really known for their Buddhist temples. A lot of the Buddhist monks settled there on the Silk Road on the way from India up to Russia, or Mongolia and Russia. And what you really should notice in it is all the different, if you're in the middle especially, you'll see all the different hands that go up and down. Some people call it the 1,000 hand dance, and I think that's because there are all the caves up in the Dunhuang region which had the thousands of Buddhist paintings on it. Now, some people are really impressed. You know, they think it looks like the Buddhist deity Shiva when they do this thing. Me working at the hospital, I really get reminded of the kids who have chicken pox. You know, they're scratching all over like that. And the nails that they're using for this are really good if you're itchy. So go ahead and pay attention to the lineup and the nails and the headpieces that are on the Dunhuang Dream. Thanks, guys.